Sabrina Ionescu, the ball is in the backcourt. Why are we meeting Kayla McBride in the backcourt who already has a full head of steam if we don't have the foot speed to beat her to the next spot? So we come up to Kayla McBride here, we plant in front of her instead of just running back on defense while guarding her. Now check this out. Leonie Fiebich gets a nice little back tap here, but we can't do anything about it because Sabrina is behind the play, which results in an easy layup for McBride. I don't know what part of the game plan has us guarding Courtney Williams at our own logo, about 40 feet away from the hoop. Just makes the pick and roll for the Minnesota Lynx easier. It makes their spacing a lot better too. So here Courtney Williams comes off of the screen by Fee. Sabrina Ionescu's not paying attention to this defensive rotation. Now, I don't know if it's opposites day for Sab, but she's on Kayla McBride when she's supposed to be in help defense, and she's in help defense when she's supposed to be on her man. So here's Sabrina. This is Sabrina's help right here. She has to be where JJ is, basically in the paint one step, so she's taking away or deterring this pass to Napheesa Collier. JJ is supposed to be on Alanna Smith, but instead JJ helps, which is a red flag because Alanna Smith is now one pass away. Now, recognizing that JJ just helped, Sabrina should be moving towards Alanna Smith to either play gap defense or to pick up Alanna Smith. So if she picks up Alanna Smith, JJ now has to rotate to Kayla McBride. Or Sab can play gap defense between McBride and Smith and wait for JJ to recover to Smith. Neither one of those things happens. It results in a wide open three for Alanna. So here in this play, it's the same exact thing except Bridget Carlton is initiating the pick and roll with Napheesa Collier. Now, Stewie's help is supposed to come from JJ, even though JJ's technically one pass away. What JJ can do here is play stunt and recover, play gap, so she can stunt to deter the pass to Napheesa Collier on the roll, while also being able to recover to Myisha Ines-Allen on the wing or corner. Here on the strong side of the floor, the ball has been picked up by Bridget Carlton. Leo is playing help side defense when the ball is on the same side of the court as her. The ball has been picked up. You have to return to your man. Easy find for Kayla McBride, open three. So here, again, this has to do with defensive game planning, and this comes directly from the coaches. Sloot should not be checking for Natisha Hiedeman 40 feet away from the hoop if we also don't have the foot speed to get back in front of Tish if she were to drive to the hoop, which is exactly what Tish does. So Sloot gets beaten to the hoop. No one knows who's in help side yet. Nyara decides to pick her up. And instead of Nyara trying to anticipate this shot for a block, she instead plays roller coaster defense. Easy 2 points for Tish. Now the same thing happens here a couple possessions later. Sloot again is trying to meet Tish at half court instead of just picking her up at the 3-point line. Tish is a non-shooter for us. Yes, she will shoot it if she's open, but for the most part, she's not looking for her own shot. She's looking to slash. So we should be picking her up at the 3-point line, and if anything, don't give her her left. Tish beats Sloot again to the paint and one layup. Obviously, this was the mistake that cost the Liberty the game. But again, what frustrates me the most is the IQ behind the foul by Sabrina Ionescu. So we all know Sabrina doesn't have the highest defensive IQ, but here's the thing. If you're going to foul or if you're going to go for the block on this type of shot, you're up 3, so cool. If you're going to foul and send someone to the free throw line, at least the worst case scenario is a tie game, or potentially they miss a free throw and you win the game. But if you're going to foul in this situation, don't hit or whack the hell out of the shooter's guide hand. Foul their shooting hand. Make sure that they can't get a clean shot up. Sab hits Courtney Williams' guide hand, still allows her to get the shot up, and it results in a 4-point play. I'm not against this foul here. I'm just against the foul if it still allows Courtney Williams to shoot the ball. So now instead of Courtney Williams going to the line for 3 free throws, tie game, worst case scenario overtime, if you can't score on the other end, now they take the lead. This is why the Minnesota Lynx have absolutely zero fear of the New York Liberty, because they recognize that the Liberty are poorly disciplined defensively and offensively. So here Fee is one-on-one with Leonie Fiebich, but Nyjah brings a double team. Perfect. Fee picks up the ball. Everyone has to rotate back to their man. Instead, Betnijah comes up higher on Fee. Jonquel Jones sinks in the paint. Alanna Smith could shoot this shot. Courtney Williams could shoot this shot. She does. And we give a 3-ball right back. So again, this goes back to the Lynx recognizing that the Liberty aren't highly disciplined on defense or offense, right? But also, this is one of JJ's biggest struggles. She has difficulty with hip flipping and dropping that back foot towards the basket, especially when trying to contain pick and rolls. So here comes Courtney Williams off this P&R set by Alana Smith, and JJ jumps out at Courtney Williams. Basically brings herself out of position and into the way of Leonie Feibush. So now Leonie is out of the play as Courtney Williams drives, and JJ is basically playing defense backwards. Courtney Williams goes all the way to the hoop for the bucket. Now, I'm against force feeding Stewie the ball in the clutch, but because we don't have any other plays and Coach Sandy just doesn't have anything to come up with in the clutch, this is what usually happens. Just a force feed to Stewie, even though Fee has been locking her up the entire game. But here, Stewie actually has a chance, another chance to win the game. She catches the ball here, bumps Napheesa Collier. Perfect. Bump, turn. We don't go into the spin on 100. We can see what's coming from the weak side. Now, as we spin, we have to be reading if we're going to get doubled, if we're getting rushed, if there's a pesky guard trying to get a little steal. We have to be reading that. But what Stewie should be seeing is that Alana Smith is stepping up to come double. So right in Stewie's processing right now should be telling her, I have both shot blockers on me. So shooting the ball should be the least of her priorities. Let me find my open teammate. I got both shot blockers on me. I know JJ is open somewhere. So the pass should be the number one option. That should be the green flag for Stewie right now. Instead, she continues to go up with the shot and gets blocked by Fee. Apart from the fact that we don't have good offensive sets and a good offensive game plan, we also lack IQ on how to pick our offensive spots. So here, Betnijah Laney is posting up Courtney Williams, and Alana Smith brings a double team. Now, Betnijah rotates to the middle of the floor, and Alana Smith is still on her. Betnijah's read, she has two reads right here. One, she has to recognize that she's being double teamed, and she's also being double teamed by the center. So that should set off an alert in her mind that my center is probably open. Now, who's her center? Niara Sabally, who's a great off-ball mover and great cutter. Now she's turning towards the middle of the floor. Kayla McBride is forced to play gap defense due to Smith's double team. So Betnijah has one option open in Niara Sabally and the other option open in Leonie Feibush. She does not have to shoot this, but instead she goes up against Smith and gets blocked. Now, the New York Liberty don't have a reliable offensive system, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that you're being pressured out above the perimeter and being forced to catch above the timeline. A simple backdoor cut or simple cuts to the hoop can free up the offense. So here as Sloot drives to the middle of the paint, Stewie recognizes that Napheesa Collier is ball watching, makes a backdoor cut, which frees up Leonie Feibush in the corner three. This is what the New York Liberty offense should look like.